I wonder who is or who was, because the person might be dead now. Who was the handler for Lee Oswald Harvey? Lee Oswald Harvey. Yeah. All this various intrigues that he come with. He wants to go to Mexico. He going to Cuba. He going to the Soviet Union. This and that. Somebody was plotting him with that, and he might not have understood what the real deal was. And he's going along with it. Play a communist. Do this. Do that. You never know who was doing this thing. Because Sharon, who assassinated Robert Kennedy, I understand he was the practice some kind of brainwashing thing on him. Um, he couldn't remember nothing. He couldn't help anybody to, say what went on or who his handlers were or whatever the deal was. He lost his mind. Um, Oswald is not all that important. Oswald is not no real good shoot. I doubt whether, if you're not a marksman working at it every day, you lose your skill. And in a high, target like that, a valuable target like that, you'd want the best man to be in a job. And there's no evidence that he had been practicing, anytime, recent. Um, he might have been a sniper in the military or whatever, or I don't even know if he was a sniper. And you just can't go out and take a gun and just shoot somebody, just like that. Even if a sniper stays off for a little bit, he loses that touch. And shooting from above, it's kind of difficult. Snipers say it's difficult. You can't shoot real good from above. You shoot from straight across, either from the front, side, or back. Those are the best ways. And that's actually what happened. He was shot from the side. People who were in the grass, recall they heard a shot from over the fence. Um, Sort of perpendicular to the road where he was traveling. Nothing from no high place. All this Oswald going to the cinema. Somebody was trailing to know where he was and all that stuff. Maybe he was living in the past area. There were no video cameras then. I don't believe the whole story. See, I just don't believe nothing. My experience and how I could see things and so forth. I just don't believe what anybody say. I want to check it out for myself. Growing up as a child, you can trust people, man. They tell you stuff and they're only out to hurt you. And this is a continuing theme. Evil people do that. They lie to you, they tell you all kind of games and trying to get you to believe a certain way. I'm not going to be caught up in that. And as a child, about 10 years old, I hear my parents talking of how this thing couldn't have happened that way. And I grew up to, sort of enlarge in that. And from my own experiences and from what I've seen, I conclude that, they were right. Um, I mean, today, when President Obama was being inaugurated, you had people on the roof. You had people everywhere, opening a window. I mean, that's a no-no. They'll stop that parade and go and check into what's up there in that room, all right? Um, and yeah, you would want to say that they probably honed the strategies and protection over the time because now presidents aren't traveling in open vehicles. They're bulletproof all around and hood and everything, so that there's no opportunity for that again. But I don't believe that stupidness, man. There's so many discrepancies, and if this was for real, these folks would have show you the brain, they would have showed you everything. They wouldn't classify nothing. Why classifying it? I mean, if you have the facts, let us see it. Okay, but where we are today, all of that, those killings had something to do with where we are today because certain people got into government because of the how things changed. Because if Kennedy had served his terms out, who knows who would have been the next president, and who knows what would have followed after. Today, maybe Obama might not have even been president because the world economy might not have been in the way it was, and he would have had a chance to come through with hope and faith and trust and all that because and belief because change because everything would have been going a little better. We hadn't lost those four important people: Malcolm X, Martin Luther, the Kennedys, and so that assassination has changed the rhythm and changed the succession, and so some people have gotten in there that were scary and that almost brought us to the brink. The slick ones and so on, but God is good and He's in charge. So I don't believe this can be the Oswald had anything to do with it. I don't even have him in it. He's not part of it. Period. and then to have the friend to go in there and shoot him. Um, that Jack Ruby. I mean, you have such a high valued prisoner. You're not going to allow somebody to get in there and to be able to shoot him like that. You're going to put on bulletproof on him. You're going to make him come through a back door. You see, you're going to wait for all the when he's charged and when he go in trial and all that stuff. You're going to protect him, make sure, give him watch so he can't commit suicide. Nobody can get to attack him. Make sure his food is not poisoned. So many, but you see, hey, had there been a trial, Harvey would have said, "I'm not guilty," and then you would start to say, "Okay, why did you go to the Soviet Union?" You can say somebody tell him to go there, and you can get all the details. So kill him and just blame him. That's the end of that. So forever we can believe that he's the one, but God knows, God sees, God knows everything, and my feel is that he had nothing to do with it. And in time, when I go to heaven, I want to go and look at the videos of all these intrigues that people have, been trying to mislead me and all this. I want to know the truth. I want to know really who did what and everything like that.